What's up, you all? Back at it with another video. Hope you all had a great Sunday. Hope you were able to relax, go to church, just better yourself today. We're gonna talk about Lil Durk. We all know Lil Durk have a case coming up, and it's not looking good for him at all. So let's see what's going on. We're gonna watch this video, not all of it, from 1090 Jake, and we're gonna see what's really going on with him.
AI agents. Well, hey, don't get scared. Here's how Monday.com makes agents clear, easy, and user-friendly. First of all,
this is looking crazy. The Lil Durk case has major updates. A federal judge has approved that lyrics will be used against Durk in this case. This right
He's truly fucked up. Durk was talking crazy in this song, especially when Vaughn came out and he started messing with Vaughn. The intensity skyrocketed. Durk always drill music, distance, different sets, normal stuff in that genre. But now they're gonna use that. And you've been rapping. Durk been rapping for a long time. He just didn't get on and blew up to this level. It took him some years. So hopefully all this is not true. If it's true, you gotta face the time.
here is huge because everyone was under the assumption lyrics couldn't be used in cases anymore. Freedom of expression, it's art, whatever. Nah, the judge listened to the song and said, yeah, you can use that. That's the first thing. The second, 30-something witnesses. Let me just check.
Bro, I heard about that. 30 witnesses are going to talk during court. 30 witnesses. That's crazy. Even on the Diddy case, he didn't have that many witnesses like that who was willing to speak. Durk is. That's not. I believe Durk gonna serve life in prison. Durk will not get out of prison. You all could screen record this and post it. Durk will serve at least how the charges are, how they running concurrently. I believe he'll get at least 50 years or more. Facts.
Check. Let me just check. I have the exact number. What is it? 35 witnesses ready to testify against Lil Durk at
35. He's done.
Trial. Mind you, the trial, I believe, is next week. And it's expected to last 2 to 3 weeks. They have 35 people going to testify against him. Now, those two things sound bad. One thing that sounds decent, they weren't fully able to get into his phone and get everything out of it, but they did get some screenshots.
Yeah, I have heard about that. They're really not able to get into his phone, and I believe Durk has an iPhone. iPhone wouldn't be able to go unlock the phone for the police department or any agency. So what the agencies had to do, they had to create like a, I'm not gonna say like a hacking program, but essentially it is. So they'll be able to get in most iPhones. So I don't know if they're able to use it on this, but if they can't, that could be good for Durk.
Shots, and it's alleged that they are going to be allowed to use whatever they found. Now, according to my mixtapes, the judge in Lil Durk's murder for hire case has ruled that the lyrics to "Pissed Me Off" may be used as evidence in the music video could be played at trial. But shout out to my boy Trap Lord Ross for the breakdown. He's actually been going, let me tell you this, Ross has been going to the court hearings in person and seeing all of this play out.
Is going to allow a lot of, not all, but a lot of lyrics that Durk has kind of put out there in music.
Like Trap Lord Ross stepping up his journalism. I'm not gonna lie. He used to be, a British guy, just doing like content, especially on American drill rap. He has progressed. Plus, him and Adam 22 and Ack, they like buddy, social media friends, and it's good for him. I'm like to see his progression. Shout out to Trap Lord Ross.
To be used against him. Specifically, the judge ruled that the song "Pissed Me Off" and the video could be used. The judge even said, I've watched the video, I've listened to the lyrics, and basically the word slide for Von came up several times. They said, look, the song was basically a calling to the public, a calling to other gang members to slide for Von.
I believe that whole slide for Von was also media driven, and I believe Durk really played into it. Durk honestly played into it. Honestly, I wish he never had, but by the looks of it, he played into it, and now the fans playing about him. He gonna serve the rest of his life for it. I mean, you damn if you do, you damn if you don't. That's how it is.
Brought up King Von's kids being mentioned in the song, Sun, and True. They did get it correct and say that True was King Von's daughter. I know that was a point of contention for a lot of people, whether that was son or daughter. Didn't really matter at this point.
That's crazy to hear. The judge actually sat down and listened to the song and was like, yeah, this sounds like exactly what it is. A few months ago, I realized I was probably overpaying for car insurance, and it was like every year the price just seemed to go up and up without me even questioning it. And insurance companies count on that. They don't expect you to see if there's any.
Nah, we don't care about that, Jake. Let's talk about this Lil Durk catastrophe.
He claimed they should be able to access the phone because of the home invasion, where him and India admitted to firing at home invaders, even though.
Yeah, even that, you gotta understand. Durk is a felon. He shouldn't be around weapons, even though he's in Georgia. The South is a little bit more liberal with weapons. And let's be real. We think India. I'm sure y'all how India look. No, she's a beautiful woman. I'm not gonna lie, but India look like if she even shoot one time, she's gonna break her the goddamn wrist. Her right here. I really think she gonna really be able to shoot something. Hey, you never know. You never could judge a book by its cover.
Durk is a convicted felon. I lost, bro. I can't be happy till we creep up on the score. I know ninjas act like they with it, but they bitches on the low. Why you ninjas posting sun? Why you ninjas posting true? Why you act like you support us if you do hop in that coupe? Grab a gun. If you ain't with it, put up money for a gun. Put up money for a hot cop. Put up money for a bond. I don't see you on the regular, but I see you screaming Vaughn. I know that judge was like, ooh, damn, they finna use this shit against him. Grab a gun if you ain't with it. Put up money for a gun. Put up money for a hot cop. Put up money for a bond. Break that down. Grab a gun if you a shooter, right? Grab a gun.
Boom, boom, boom.
But if you push.
Yeah, but for real, like these lyrics gonna be diabolical in court when it be being read out loud. I just only can imagine. I don't believe they're gonna have cameras. I just want to see Durk's face. I know he's gonna be so disappointed at himself. He had a golden opportunity, man. But on the flip side, we could say if he never had this type of energy, this type of violence around him, his music wouldn't hit as much, and he wouldn't have all the pain, all the stuff he'd been through, losing his cousin Newski, losing Chino, the manager, losing his brother D-Thing, and lost many other friends. It's sad. I know it's mentally weighing on him. I hope everything justice is served. I hope everything, even that means he had to serve the rest of his life in prison. At least he'll be alive.
See, put up money for a gun. If you're not gonna use the gun, buy the gun so somebody else can use the gun, right? Put up money for a hot car, which I would interpret would be a stolen car. Put up money for a bond, free the shooters. I don't see you on the regular, but I see you screaming Vaughn. Boy, no cap. I got killers that I love and they don't rap. Boy, no cap. I got rappers that I love and they gon' splat. If I die, just don't lie, man. You ninjas better slide. If you can't get the main ninja, then you better get his guys. What? I pop pills until I pass out. I'm about to crash out. Mention bro, I'm on your live now that he can't laugh. I like this song, right? I know the song, and I mean, if you break it down, it doesn't sound good at all, which is why I think I like it. I got killers that I love and they don't rap, but don't cap. I got rappers that I love and they gonna splat. If I die, just don't lie. Man, you ninjas better slide. If you can't get the main one, Quando Rondo, then you better get his guy. And that's exactly what happened. That is exactly why these lyrics are being used. Just continuing on, I pop pills until I pass out. I'm about to crash out. Mention bro, I'm on your live. I know he can't laugh now. My favorite gonna switch. A switch.
Just wonder, do y'all believe if Vaughn was alive and one question, would he be in jail? Or do you think he did so much that it's inevitable he would have been killed? Let me know in the comments.
Is what Lil Pab got killed with, you know? I don't care about who you with. Nobody can time out. Phone them slide the next day. This shit cannot die down. Bro, them from a different state. Act like they from the rack now. Oh, he got switches. Oh, he got bitches. You know that shit be for the gram. I keep my distance. Listen, right? They're going to do their best to tie this in. I feel like 98% of this is irrelevant, right? Mentioning pills, mentioning switches, mentioning lies.
Yeah, I really think it's irrelevant, especially they from Chicago, and it's actually murders is well documented for like damn near 2 decades now, or even more. That's gonna be hard for me personally for them to fight that off, because they have convictions with firearms as well.
Just because somebody got killed with a switch doesn't mean Durk had involvement in it, right? Just
True.
because he's saying grab a gun if you ain't with it, put up money for a gun. I mean, all of these things, it's like the prosecutors can try to make him look bad, but it isn't a full-on admission of guilt. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely sounding like there was intent, but it's not a full-on admission, if that makes sense. But can it be used to make him look bad? 100%. And I think that's the line that you walk on when you do this type of music, when you want to speak on real things and you want to.
Yeah, it is. You speak on stuff, especially in the streets. It's a double-edged sword. You know, they said words are powerful, words are spirits. And especially on the spiritual aspect, is even more detrimental for them. Like, let's be real. You think every Chicago rapper that died, not just Chicago rapper, every person like in the gangbanger in the street, not judging their life, you think they really made it to heaven? Come on.
Speak on things that have consequence, and that's the risk behind it. That's why people like it, because the music is so risky. And when it all comes crumbling down, it's like, damn, bro, you were talking about this and that, and they're like, damn, bro, but you were listening to it.
That's true. Like me, I've been listening to drill really, when it first really started coming out, like around that late 2011, 2012 when Chief Keef, but even before then. I remember when I was in middle school, there was this girl who brought a poster with this guy, and they had like a plywood. The guys looked like he about to hit someone in their head. I'm like, what is that? And she was like, oh yeah, it's this guy Jerry and Albert. It was a riot in this area, and he was killed. I went, looked it up, and I can remember actually on 106 Park. If y'all remember what 106 Park was on BET, they had a whole tribute for like different people who was killed and like with violence, and it's heartbreaking. Like that for me, I feel like was like a precursor, especially for the drill music. Even though like he wasn't really in the gang allegedly, he was an honor roll student. May his spirit rest in peace. But yeah, I believe that was like '09. Then like a few years later, you got the drill. So if y'all didn't know about it, y'all can look up Darian Albert. It's a very sad, touching story. And I don't know if they had the video back in the day. They used to have the video on YouTube. Viewer discretion is advised. They probably got rid of it. YouTube was way lax back in the early 2010s. This was gonna be it for this part of the video. I don't want to make it too long. I know y'all attention span is not that long anyway, so please like, share, subscribe. I truly appreciate it. Hope you all have a good night.